First of all, I'd like to thank you guys so much. I've been on a journey to reach our 1000 subscribers and I have finally hit 1000 subscribers. Oh my god, I am so excited. It is all thanks to you guys. What's good, T gang? It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, then smash the subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video, baby. If you see my face, you already know what's about to go down. We're about to talk about a lit banger video. You dig. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys so much. I've been on a journey to reach our 1000 subscribers and I have finally hit 1000 subscribers. Oh my god, I am so excited. It is all thanks to you guys. So now we are on the road to 2000 subscribers, guys. Keep on hitting the subscribe button, guys. Let's keep pushing. Let's hit 2000 subscribers. Can I wake up overnight and get 2k subscribers? I mean, please. So today I'm going to be doing a video on one of the suggestions that I got. This one I got it specifically on WhatsApp, where someone was asking me how I managed to learn South African languages and how I did it and how many South African languages do I know. So I thought, let me do a video of how I learned the 11 official languages of South Africa and how long it took me, how did I cope with the different languages, and let's get down into it. Okay guys, so for each and every language I'm going to be mentioning whether I can speak the language, I can write the language, or I just understand the language. So the first official language in South Africa is English. I mean, English, I've always known English. I know how to speak English, I know how to write English, and I definitely understand English. Then official language number 2, Xhosa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but yes, that language I do understand is the Xhosa because well, it's similar. All Nguni languages are similar. As you know, I grew up in Mpumalanga where people were speaking Siswati as well as Zulu, so these languages are more or less the same. It's only a few words that are different. And also I dated a guy who was speaking Xhosa and he didn't know English, so I always had to communicate to this guy. He always communicates with me in his language, Xhosa, and then I just learned how to speak the language, you know. I learned how to speak the language, and also I understood the language in the process, but I cannot write the language. I don't want to lie, I cannot write the language at all. Language number 3 is Siswati. Siswati I can definitely understand, I can definitely speak, and about writing I can say my skill, I can say it's fairly okay, because some words really confuse me, like where should I put Q, should I put C or X? Those 3 letters confuse me in a word, like is it Q, is it X, is it C? Which one is which? But then I do understand when people speak. I do also respond in Siswati. I grew up with people who spoke Siswati in a town called Badplaas, which was really close to the Swaziland border post. So the Siswati there was also a kind of deep Siswati, because Siswati from Swaziland, so the deep roots of Siswati. Then language number 4 is Zulu. Well, Zulu is Siswati, come on. It's just that for every where they put T in Siswati, in Zulu they put a Z, like Z, Z, whatever you call that letter. So it was very easy for me to actually understand the Zulu. And also as well in Mpumalanga where I was staying, we did have a few people who were speaking isiZulu and some were speaking Siswati, so it was so easy to learn. So there were different words, a few, like let's say for example when Swati people say a child, they say umntwana, and then when Zulu people say a child, they say ingani. So those are some of the few words. That's an example of the words that were different, but then it didn't really make things difficult for me to learn the language, because I mean it was not that difficult, it wasn't rocket science. isiZulu I can definitely speak, I can understand, But about writing, it's the same problem as Siswati. I don't know where I should put Q, C, or X, so I can't really say I can write the language. Then language number 5 is Tswana. Tswana, I learned it when I went to Pretoria now. These were in my varsity days. I was in a varsity that is situated in Haranguwa, so the most dominating language was Tswana. So I had to actually learn the language because many people will just be speaking Tswana, and also I was definitely going to learn the language anyway, because imagine now you're surrounded by people who are always speaking a particular language. You learn by sitting with people who speak a specific language. So I learned how to speak Tswana. I learned how I understood Tswana. And as for writing, I definitely cannot write Tswana. I cannot write that language. I cannot. I hear the pronounced words, but then I can't make sense of how is that spelling of such a word. So I don't know how to write the language. Then official language number 6 is Pedi. Pedi. This language sounds more like Tswana. So, but it's a bit, for me, it appears to be more difficult than Tswana. So I did struggle to learn this language. But then eventually I learned how to speak the language, because you're in university, you're mixed with people who are speaking Sepedi. They're from Limpopo and they're speaking the real Makoya Sepedi, you know, it's deep. So it took me a bit of time, but eventually I learned the language. I actually understood the language. But can I speak the language? I definitely can't speak Sepedi. I cannot speak. So I just understand that the person is saying this, and then I would just respond to what they're saying in English, either English or Zulu. But then or is Pitori, those people saying Pretoria, no, it's Pitori. Pretoria has its own language, guys. It has its own language because it's just a mixture of so many tribes, so it ends up being diluted. Languages are diluted in Pretoria, so we speak Pitori. I do speak Pitori. I don't know, it can't count as Sepedi. So yeah, official language number 7 is Tsonga. Xitsonga. Yo, I to my friends, if you're watching this video right now, I had Tsonga friends. They never taught me how to speak Tsonga. They were always speaking English around me, and I would say, guys, can you please speak Tsonga? They just wouldn't. So I didn't learn Tsonga from my friends. My friends, you let me down. You let me down, guys. Anyway, Tsonga, we had a lot of Tsonga classmates in varsity. We had a lot of Tsonga classmates. So me, I'm a person who didn't have like, okay, I have this kind of people that I sit with in class. I was actually a bit of a loner. So I sit anywhere I want in class. I just sit. You find out now I'm mixed with people that I don't even talk to. You know, they speak their language. So it was that kind of a thing that maybe I sit close to a Tsonga group. They used to sit in a group. I just listen to what they're saying. I'm just quiet. I'm there, you know. I'll just be there, quiet. That is how I ended up hearing Tsonga and understanding. I told you that a language, you actually learn a language just by sitting with people who speak the language. Eventually, words begin to make sense. You actually realize, oh, God, so this word means that. Oh, so this word means that. It's like, when they say Amshen, you say, oh, because you always hear them say Amshen, maybe. You realize, oh, so they're actually greeting. That's how I ended up learning Tsonga. Writing, definitely I cannot write Tsonga. Speaking, I cannot, but I do understand when a person is talking. So don't think you can gossip about me and Tsonga and think maybe Tsonga is the least spoken language. Is it the least spoken language in South Africa? I'm not sure, but then you think maybe someone, what are the chances of someone understanding Tsonga, right? But I do. Don't attempt to talk about me using Tsonga. I'm gonna hear you. Anyway, official language number 8 is Venda. Venda is Shona, guys. Venda is just Shona that went to private school. So it can't be that deep for me to actually understand Venda. Well, Venda is Shona in it. So how I began to learn Venda is I would just put 2 and 2 together and then I get 4. Put 2 and 2 together and get 4. One thing that helped me with my Venda was Muvango. My friend always used to correct me. I used to say Muvango. Every time she's like, Tanya, it's not Muvango, it's Muvango. So I learned my Venda also in Muvango. I don't want to lie, it really does contribute. Watching soapies and learning languages, it is a huge deal. You will definitely learn a lot. So yeah, that is also another factor that contributed to me learning Venda. Already that the language is already in my advantage because it sounds very, very similar to my language. And then watching soapies, I learned how to speak Venda, but I never learned it from people. I've also never been around Venda people, but surprisingly, I know the language. Writing, I cannot write the language. Speaking the language, I've never attempted speaking, but I do understand the language. Then official language number 9 is Afrikaans. Yo, Afrikaans, guys, I don't know how I feel about this language. I can say I understand on a scale of 1 to 10, I can say 4. I did Afrikaans in school, but surprisingly, I do not understand the language to that extent. I don't. Speaking, zilch, zilch. Writing, I can write the language. If I just say, if I say the word as it sounds, I definitely can write the word. But then speaking, how next? I cannot speak Afrikaans, and I understand like fairly okay. Surprisingly, but I did it at school. Official language number 10 is Ndebele. It's Ndebele. Where do they even speak Ndebele, guys? Which parts? I know it's in Mpumalanga, but which parts of Mpumalanga? Oh, this language, I've never had an encounter with it. I've never came across people who speak the language, and I don't even know how it sounds like. So I'm not really sure about Ndebele. I'm not sure about that language at all. Does it sound also more like the other Nguni languages? I am not sure. So I know nothing about Ndebele, I wouldn't lie. But if it sounds more like the other Nguni languages, then I wouldn't find a problem understanding the language. And then the last official language, Sotho. The language is difficult to understand. I encountered people who speak Sotho, but it wasn't a lot of people that I came across who actually speak the language. But then on my few encounters, I really found it difficult to understand the language. So I think I can safely say I don't understand Sotho, and I cannot write, and I can definitely not speak the language. So it's a bit difficult for me. So I think in all the 11 official languages, I have 2 languages I can safely say I am not good with, which is Afrikaans and Sotho. But the rest of the languages, I know how to speak. I know how to fairly communicate with someone. How long did it take me to learn all these languages? It didn't happen at one go, guys. Like, I'm learning. I didn't even say right now I'm sitting down, I want to learn this language. It didn't happen that way. It was just a natural process that I meet people, socialize with people, and then within the years I actually learned all these languages in years. Not that I sat down and said now I'm studying this language. It doesn't work that way with a language. Languages you learn by communicating with people and socializing with people. So that is how I learned all the languages in South Africa, well, almost all the languages in South Africa. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have more suggestions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.